First and foremost, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Quadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone that have taught us this truth, and to include the elder bishops on down, and Yahweh Bashmiel Shai, Barakatham, to all of the sincere brethren of the hopeful elect as we believe that we are. And it's your brother Laban once again coming at you with another video in regards to IUIC almost getting ran over. And basically, it came out that this woman lost her mind, which for some reason, I don't know what it is, why in this atmosphere, these women are losing their minds, but it seems to be a common thing now. And, in this case, the Lord had mercy on these brothers. Because, these brothers could have had got ran over. One guy got injured and stuff. So, the woman tried but failed to, bring an end to, the truth being spoken about. And I mean, although IUIC don't speak the 100% truth, but do speak the truth in regards to our people being the Israelites, and they go into certain other scriptures as well. So that energy, all that spirit of, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai is being taught. All right. It may not be taught the way that we teach it, but they're out there doing their thing. So, this appeared to be an Edomite woman tried to stop that because she heard what was said. And she didn't like the fact that they were saying that certain races are not included of the gospel. And I'm going to get into that in a minute. So without further ado, I want to read this. And again, we're going to get into it. So as this reads over here, woman sentenced for driving into a crowd in Billing. Genevieve Marlene Ranquent, who repeatedly drove into a religious group gathered in downtown Billing, has been sentenced. Yellowstone County District Court Judge Rod Souza ordered Ranquent to serve 20 years in prison with 5 of the years suspended on a felony charge of assault with a weapon. And at a hearing on the 17th of July, Souza also ordered Ranquent to serve a concurrent 6 months jail term for the misdemeanor convictions of a criminal mischief and driving under the influence. The judge ordered those sentences to be served consecutively to a previous 7-year sentence she received in an unrelated 2021 felony assault case and subsequent probation revocation. Right. So that's all I'm going to read. I mean, we've seen what happened, and I've watched this video as well. And so, the main reason why she did what she did, because she overheard what these guys were saying about how, I guess the Edomites can't make it, right? And, what's wrong with that? It's in the Bible. They're coming from a biblical standpoint. So, anything that's biblical, it's the truth. And that's what we believe. We believe and stand for the truth. And these brothers almost could have died for the truth, man. And I mean, and this is the thing. See, this is why we say that you're going to have some members in the IUIC that could very well be of the elect. Because regardless, however you want to look at it, okay, cool. These guys, they may be in IUIC, but just because they're in IUIC doesn't mean that they're not of the elect. Because some of these brothers in IUIC are generally sincere. And they truly believe in what they're doing. So, again, this is why we say you're going to have the elect in IUIC. Because if you're willing to die for the truth, then that's saying something, man. It's just that they are in the wrong thing. That's all. But hey, if the spirit of the Lord is with these guys and they're the elect, then the Lord is going to drag them out of IUIC and bring them to the true camp. Or if not, they may just teach their own thing, but they'll teach the truth like how Great Millstone teaches it. All right. So the woman tried this attempt to run over the IUIC, and it didn't work. Okay. And according to the book of Hebrews 12, so now we're going to get into it, right? As this reads, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. So this is scriptorial. Esau has been rejected. The entire race has been rejected due to what their forefathers has done. Selling their birthright rather than being patient, for that red pottage of meat, so to speak, man. All right, when you go into that story, which is written in the book of Genesis. So that's what happened. And it was already set up in the spirit, because when you read the book of Malachi now, as what was being quoted by oh my days. What was being quoted by the apostle Paul is in the book of Malachi 1 and verse 4. As this reads, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished. Verse 3. Let's begin by reading verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. And I have loved you, save the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, save the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. So it was said that the Lord hates Esau. So yes, there are certain races that have been excluded, or the race Esau. He's been excluded from the covenant, from the blessings of Jacob. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to double down on my point of view, which really, it should be double up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double up on what I'm saying. I'm going to go far furthermore to say that these other nations have been rejected as well. The Lord don't care about these other nations. Let's begin by reading Revelations, the 11th chapter. But I don't know what's going on with me, man. Revelations, the 11th chapter, in the first verse. And there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood saying, arise and measure the temple of the Most High, and the altar and them that worship therein. Right? And the temple of the Most High would be full of Israelites. Okay? But the court which is without the temple, leave out and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles. This is the Most High saying that the other nations are not counted at all. The Lord doesn't recognize these other nations. Okay? That's what this is saying. This is what this is symbolically expressing, that the other nations are not counted in the eyes of the Lord. Let's read this as well. Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 15. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that's Esau. And that which is wanting cannot be numbered. So even if these nations wanted to be a part of this thing, it doesn't really matter. Even if we wanted them to be a part of this thing, it's not going to make a difference, is it? The Lord only counts Israel as his people. The Lord does not take into account these other nations. All right? Let's further mount the more and substantiate the point. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing. And Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beast thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted of him less than nothing, and vanity. So that's the scriptures. The scripture says that these other nations are not even counted. So how much more the one nation that he hates? They're going to be excluded. All right? Let's even read this as well. Because the truth is the fact that, you see, for so many years, for so long, while we was under this captivity, we've been told that we were shit. We were inconsiderate. And so therefore, we were shunned away from various opportunities to where we could have been successful in this world. And all of those opportunities were given to Esau, and as well as these other nations. All right. You want to talk about from the Jim Crow era, and just all around from when we came off them cargo slave ships. The only thing that was given to us that we were included in is being brutalized, being ill-treated. That's what we can only but get. But anything outside of that, which is for the betterment of our people, this world has shunned those things from us. So now the truth is being brought up into fruition, that all of these other nations that afflicted us, primarily the nation that loves to hate us the most, is being told now that they're not even included in the blessings of the Most High. They're not counted. You see how the tides are changed? See how the tables are turning? So, in their world, in this world, I should say, we were not counted. We were inconsiderate. We were a bunch of nobodies. They said that we were 3/5 of a man. We wouldn't even consider a fucking man to these devils. And we're telling them now that the Lord don't give a shit about you. As a matter of fact, the Lord hates you, and he hasn't even counted you into this thing. Okay? So they've disinclusioned us. And now we're telling them that they're disinclusioned where it concerns salvation and all of the things that are going to be good for Jacob from our power. All right? That's the truth that's rearing its ugly head to these other nations. So let me read this. As for faith which shall flourish and corrupt shall be overcome, and the truth which have been so long without fruit shall be declared. And that's what's happening. What's being declared is that we're telling the truth according to the Bible, that we are the Israelites. And because we are the Israelites, yes, we're the superior people that the Bible speaks about. All right? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because it is the truth of the Bible, of the Most High. The Most High said that we're a superior. Well, he didn't say superior. I'm saying it. But the Lord basically said that we are a chosen people unto himself above all nations that are upon the face of the earth. So what do you call that? That's superiority. We didn't put ourselves in this superiority. The Most High did. All right. And that's what we're telling the world. And the world cannot stand this, to the point where, they trying to take our lives, man. Because for so many years, they've been told that they should be included in everything, that they were the face of the Bible and everything else. Now, all of a sudden, they're being told the truth, that they ain't shit in the eyes of the Most High. How about them apples, as the saying goes? Yeah, man. So, that's all I got to really say with this. With that, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and his Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone that have taught us this truth. And to include the elder bishops on down. And Yahweh Bashmiel Shai Brakatham to 144,000, and as well as the rest of the elect, whom is the 1/3 that follows. Shalom.